So, Amanda, just to get anybody else caught up, those that might be watching this, I deleted the other fails. So, let me just set the stage for everybody. When you came back from Amelia Island, your vacation, your schedule wasn't necessarily where you wanted it. Is that right?
No, no. That's so right. I would sit at the meals with the other consultants and hear them talk about, how they had almost earned Hawaii or, just whatever. And I was thinking, girl, you're going to either have to get it together or, what is it? Go big or go home. And I don't want to go home.
Yeah. Okay. So I know that you tried a few things and didn't really get the results that you wanted. So there's no reason in covering those because they didn't really work. And it might work for other people, but they didn't really work for you. So what I want to know is, when you started seeing the results, what did you do what did you do then that gave you the results that you're seeing now?
Well, one thing that I want to make abundantly clear is none of what I'm going to say is what you haven't heard or what you haven't been told or instructed to do, or it's rocket science. It's not hard. The only thing that you have to do is just do it. It's just work.
You sound like a Nike commercial.
Just do it. Yeah, just do something consistently. So for me, and I know you said you don't want to cover that, and so I don't want to go, into what I was doing that didn't work. But what I will tell you is, I had found myself in a place where I had gotten afraid to ask. Okay, if I'm being honest, I think I might have got a little arrogant and thought people would come to me. I know when I started this business, a lot of people. One thing that you hear people say is, "Oh, you don't have to sell favorite chef because it sells itself," and that's just garbage. Because the average consumer has so many things thrown at them.
Yeah.
They have so many choices out there now, and they're constantly being sold to on your phone, on your TV, whatever. So for me, it was I had gotten afraid to ask. So I decided that not only did I need to do something, but I needed to be able to measure it. And so I want to, and I'm not there yet completely, but I want to have a consistently booked out 6-week calendar. That's important to me, and I see people doing it and thriving, and they're not stressed out about their businesses. And here's the thing. I can be stressed out because I'm working hard, or I can be stressed out because I don't have any business and I'm constantly thinking about it. So if I'm gonna spend the energy anyway. So I just decided that I would book one a day. Actually, I decided yesterday that I would amp that up because I'm not getting to the 6 weeks being booked out as fast as I want to. So I'm gonna work a little harder than that. I haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do, but that's probably gonna look a little bit more like 3 shows a day, which it's gonna suck. But as far as how hard I'm gonna have to work. But it sucks a whole lot more to not be able to pay your bills.
Yep.
and I can't keep coming to that place. I mean, if I'm just being transparent, more than you want to know about Amanda Woods, I can do better than this.
And you know what, Amanda? I have heard you say a lot. This is like one of the Amanda isms. Is choose your hard.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that. What's that mean? What's that mean to you?
Well, from the time that I was, I don't know, could remember, life has always been hard, right? Like it's great, life is amazing, but it's hard, and so there are parts about being an adult and owning a business that are hard. And anybody that got you into this business and told you it wasn't is a daggum liar. And so you let me know and I'll talk to them. But the thing about that is everything you do is hard. Working for someone else is hard. Working on a schedule that you don't want to work. Telling your kids, I'm sorry I can't come to your game because I have to work. I'm so sorry, y'all. I feel a sneeze coming on. I hate when they just linger. I'm emotional right now. I'm just allergic. And so all of those things are hard. Is picking up the phone and talking to people when you don't feel like it. Or as my friend who's the introvert says, peopling hard? Sure it is. Is getting outside your comfort zone and using words you're not used to hard? Sure it is. But as a business owner, I get to choose my hard. And so I get to choose if I want to work for someone else. And if you want to do that, go do that all day long. But it scares the bejesus out of me to think about that somebody's going to put a lid on what I can make each week. I don't like that. I'd rather struggle today to know that later I can control what I'm doing. So that's all I'm going to do.
And you know,
to choose what your life looks like.
The visual picture came to me. One of my things that I want to do this weekend is I want to go get some flowers. I am not a gardener. Oh my goodness, if you all could know how I am not a gardener. Like, I struggle to keep plants alive at all. Artificial plants can die on me. And yet I've got a neighbor on the corner that has, they've done some landscaping and they planted some flowers and put some mulch in, and I'm like, I want that. And so I'm going to go buy flowers tomorrow and some mulch. I don't know how it'll turn out. But when we look at a beautiful garden, when we look at a flower garden, when we look at anything like that, was it hard? Yeah, I saw them out there putting sweat in and getting dirty, and I don't love to get dirty. I saw them doing that. So was it hard? Yeah, but the results are great. So almost anything that gets results that you want, the only other way that I could think to do that is to hire a gardener. Well, then you still have to pay them. So you still have to work hard to do that. Almost anything that I can think of that's going to give you results, it's going to be hard. I mean, isn't that the reason we all loved the royal wedding on Saturday? Is because we would love to be that princess and be taken care of, and every one of our wishes granted. Well, of course we would, but that's not our life. I thought about that a lot. I'm like, yeah, that's not the life that we're living.
You know what? I'm going to interrupt you for just a second. No, that's not our life. But because we're business owners, because we get to choose, we have a say-so in so much of what we do, of what our life looks like, of where I work. I absolutely love working at a coffee shop. That's my jam. That's where I get energy, But if I'm sick, I can work from my bed. Because we have a say-so, I can literally choose my income, the people I work with. I can choose, what kind of work I'm doing. So whether you're doing cooking or catalog or virtual or fundraiser or whatever, I can choose that. I can choose everything, almost everything I can choose about my job, but I can't choose to not work.
That's it, right there.
Or to not grow.
Right.
And so, in a way, I'm a pampered chef princess. And I think that's why I refuse to go back to work for somebody else, because I am. My husband actually calls me a princess, because I am a very pampered princess, because I want it my way.
Yeah.
I want it my way, and you can have it your way, but you got to do something to get there.
And we often say those hours are flexible, but they are not optional if you want a successful business that's going to give you a solid income. So take us back to when you made that pact with yourself. I'm going to book one show a day. And I specifically remember one day you Marco Polo'd with our director team, and you're like, man, I have worked here all day long. I've got things to do. I need to get home, but I'm not leaving until I get a booking. Do you remember that? So was it always easy?
Nope. It's not been. I mean, but when I look back, it's not nearly as hard as I had it in my mind. It's a mind.
Right. Okay. So there were a couple of things that you had as maybe advice to others that want to try this, to want to get a full schedule. And do you remember what a couple of those suggestions are that you would make?
Feel free to coach me if I'm not going the direction you want, because I'm pretty fired up when we talked the other day. But the biggest thing is you can't settle for excuses. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it, because most of your all's director, and you're not going to get mad at her. You can get mad at me. But, but I mean, and I'm not one to just be ugly about things or anything like that, but I do tend to kind of tell it as it is. And I will say this. An excuse is just that. It's an excuse. Literally nothing can get in your way if you don't let it. Being a business owner, whether you're new to the business or you're old, you've done this for a long time and you're trying to get, you know by now that this will make you into the best version of who you were meant to be if you let it. But if you settle for an excuse, and that's what you're doing. I'm sorry. If you're settling for, well, I just don't have the time. Okay, well, I hope you have the time to work on someone else's schedule because they're not going to ask you if it works well for you.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm not a. Here's the one I think that frustrates me the most. I'm not a salesperson. Shut up. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Did you tell your sister-in-law about the detergent you have to have? Yes. Did you tell your mom about this face cream that she needs? Yes. Did you tell your husband that he needs happy pills because he's been a butt? Yeah. You're a salesperson.
We all are.
And so, we all are. And so sales doesn't look like come on down to the car lot. It looks like finding something that you're passionate about and excited about, and you feel that people can't live without. For example, those snack bar makers that we're getting that actually I think just showed up on my front porch and caused my dog to go crazy right as I was going live.
Oh my.
Do you understand what that's going to do for people? People with food allergies get to decide what goes in it. People with, that their kids could eat like 6 granola bars as a meal. Hello, Woods kids. Then, you're going to get to do that in a cheaper, healthier way. So I'm just saying, that's just one product,
right.
One brand new product that I'm tinkered with. So the biggest thing that I tell even my team is find something you're passionate about. Currently, like a psychopath, I just burnt a piece of cheese in the cookware because I'm going to show people why they need the cookware. So, yeah, you need to get excited about it. You need to set deadlines. That's the biggest thing that I think we fail to do is we have a goal, but we don't put a deadline on it. A goal without a deadline is just a wish. That's all it is.
So we probably got some people on here that haven't reached their 1250 goal yet, but we probably shouldn't really expect them to here in May because May's almost over, right?
No. May is, we have 7 days left
in
May? So if I'm looking at a calendar, that's almost 25% of the month. I mean, if you're going to give me 25% of $1,000, I'll take $250. It's better than nothing. It's better than 0%.
Right.
But I spend so much time thinking about all the reasons why we can't make it happen.
You're right.
That just makes it happen.
Right.
Because here's the thing. If you're sitting there and you're not making it happen, if you're not doing anything to take action, then you know what your results are going to be. But you have no idea what's going to happen when you get on that phone or when you do a Facebook Live. I'm a big proponent of doing those. Find something that you're going to create interest for and just somehow work. And do not organize your host folders and tell me that it's income producing.
Exactly.
Nobody give a crap about my folders as long as I have what they need.
Right. All right, and I want to finish up. You told me that there was something that you had learned from this experience of getting your schedule, having that goal of getting it consistent and being booked out 6 weeks in advance. And you told me that when it isn't, that there's something that exhausts you. What exhausts you more than working hard?
Thinking about it.
Yeah. And my schedule has not been where I've wanted it for the last 2 months. And the reason I wanted you to share that is because I am so there with you. I can tell you, I have thought more about getting $3,000 in sales for the last 2 months than I had worked hard getting $6,000 the months previously. I've worked harder. So just do it. Go back to Nike. Just do it. It makes all the difference in the world.
Well, and here's the deal. At the end of the day, are you worth it? Are you worth putting forth the extra effort to say that, hey, I tried? Absolutely. And I'm not perfect. And Chris will tell you